Guys, it's me, it's Queen Heru, and welcome to another exciting edition of Ask An Aquarius. If you haven't already, please smack that red subscribe button and hit the bell. All right, guys, so I got a message from a woman, and she was talking to me about growth and healing and a lot of wonderful positive energy. And she said to me, what is the best crystal for Aquarius? Now, some of you know about crystals and some of you don't. So I'm going to give you a little smidgen. Crystals, a lot of us work with. A lot of us work with different forms of energy. Some of us simply wear the crystals. You know, like this one I enchanted myself. And this one is for prosperity, heart chakra, and abundance. Healing the heart chakra and abundance. So some of us just wear them, you know, and some of us put them around the house. You know, some people, you know, they have a crystal collection. They put them with their cards, their tarot cards, and with their candles or whatever the case is. And some people are like, okay, so what is the deal with crystals? Well, crystals are just energy. It's like energy work. It's like dealing with meditation. It's like dealing with Reiki. It's like dealing with any form of energy work. Crystals are just energy. They have energy of their own. Like human beings have, everything has energy, basically. Human beings have energy. Everything has energy. Trees have energy. Everything has some form of energy signature. Unless, of course, it's dead. You know, that's how we identify something as being dead, because it has no energy. So crystals are no different. They have their own energy, and different energies attuned for different things. Like I said, this one is for abundance and is for the heart chakra, but different ones are for different things. So we wear them and we utilize them based on what we need them for. Let me give you an example. This one here is my favorite crystal. Anybody who knows me will tell you this is my favorite crystal. This is a rose quartz. Rose quartz crystal is specifically, if I ever get married, I swear I want a wedding ring with a big rose quartz in it. But rose quartz crystal is, it does a number of things, but it's specifically for emotional healing. Specifically for that. And when I first started getting into crystals and getting into energy work and meditation and spirituality, I got into it to heal myself. That was what the whole journey started off for. And it just ended up where it is now. So this was one of the first ones that I really took to. And I have so many of these. I have them all over the place. I got one at the front door. I got one here. They said if you put a crystal to your front door to the right, it draws love into your home. A rose quartz crystal. So that's why I put one there. And I have this one on the altar, my love altar, and I have a whole bunch of these. I love this. It's my favorite one. So we have that one. And let me show you. I have a couple of my favorites here, so I'll show them to you. This one is selenite. Pretty glow on it. This one is actually an amplifier. Selenite strengthens all the crystals around it. So a lot of times, if I need to do a magic spell, or if I need to, if I have like my abundance altar is over here, if I need money for something, I'll amplify the other crystals with this one. I'll put this one in the center and put all the other ones around it, because it makes them all stronger. So I love selenite. Selenite is really beautiful. It's said to have angel energy. Be attuned to the energy of the angels, and of course to the crown chakra as well. So then I have here, some of the times they're made into points. A great deal of them are made into like a point. You'll see like this. This is actually clear quartz. So this clear quartz crystal made into a point. I like the points because you can just stand them up wherever you want to put them at. You can also use these for healing. Like if something's hurting, you can take it, put it over that area, and it'll vibrate in such a way to help that area feel better. So I really like certain ones when they're in this. Clear quartz is a healer. Whenever you got anything going wrong with your body, clear quartz is something that will take. Maybe if you got a sore throat, rub it around your throat. So clear quartz is one we use for the whole body. Then we have a couple other ones over here. Sometimes I talked about how they come in points. This is another point. This is amethyst. This is actually one of the best ones for Aquarius, which was actually her question. Amethyst is the birthstone of February and is also very good for Aquarius. We use it for love, unconditional love. We use it to connect with Archangel Michael. We use it for protection. This is a very powerful one. Amethyst is one of the most popular and the most used stones throughout history. A lot of people have and do work with this particular one. But it's great for Aquarius. Great, great energy for Aquarius. And then sometimes they're carved into jewelry. This is one of my favorites. This is black obsidian, carved into the face of Kuan Yin. You all know that Kuan Yin is one of the goddesses, the goddess of mercy, self-love, and compassion. And I work with her a lot. She's very helpful when you're trying to heal your heart. And someone took and carved a beautiful black obsidian into the image of her face. And the beads are of all black obsidian. Black obsidian is actually a protection stone. I talked about it in another video. So people use this one a lot to protect. And another one of Kuan Yin's characteristics is that she's a protective mother. So that's why they chose to do this one with black obsidian. Sometimes I see her carved with rose quartz too because of compassion. Compassion says to come with rose quartz as well. They also have these in all kinds of other shapes, like egg shapes, flat ones, little ones, big ones. Because remember when I was telling you about them, they don't all have to be huge. All of mine are huge, as you can see, because I really like them. This one is calcite. This came from Africa. My friend went to Africa and she dug this out the ground with her bare hands and brought this to me. And I was like, whoa, it has such a cool vibration to it. And it is calcite. So I like this one a lot. Very cool vibration. Calcite's another healing stone. So a lot of people like that one as well. All right. So now, crystals, like I said before, don't have to be that big. A lot of my crystals are huge. The one around my neck is called green aventurine, and this is a small green aventurine. So like I said, they don't have to be humongous. They can be like that size too. They don't have to be huge to be effective. They just have to be really, the one thing you want them to be is clean. They need to be clean. They take all, like I said before, their energy. So they have their own energy, and some of them absorb energy from other things. So one of the good things about them is that if you clean them, you won't have to worry about all that energy coming off of other things. So those are crystals. Now you may be saying to yourself, okay, those are pretty cool. How do I know which ones are good for me? Well, basically it depends on what are you going through. What's happening in your life? You want to draw some money, some abundance. You want to work on your heart chakra. There's one. It depends on what's going on in your life. That's how you pick one. So what I always do is I look at things a lot of times. And one of my favorite things you'll all know is to read. This book right here is the book that I have always used to deal with crystals. Whenever, this book I've had forever. It's filthy. I've had it forever. So basically this is what I do. I figure out what I'm going through. Okay, I need money. Okay, so then I go to the book. I look in the index, money. I see which ones are under money, and I go look at those crystals. So it might be 10 or 15 of them. Then I go to the store. I look at the different crystals, see which ones resonate with me, buy a few of them. If I'm working on something really intense, really important, I might wear the crystal as a necklace. I might put it in my bra. I might put it on my altar. Sometimes I put them just on the table, just out, you know, just having the energies out and about in the bookcase, for example. The ones that I have right next to me, they're all on. These are all on my prosperity altar. So it has all this green aventurine over there, and some incense and things, and Ganesha and a bamboo tree and things for prosperity. And then in the other room where my main altar is, I have all kinds of crystals on that one for different vibrations. And like I said before, it depends on what you're working on. Whenever I'm working on something specific, that's when I have a crystal with me on whatever I'm working on. So sometimes you'll see my jewelry change because I'm working on something different. This is the one I usually have, but sometimes like I might be working on love, for example. A couple weeks ago, I was working on opening my heart chakra. And I was working on the feng shui of the love in my condo. So I was wearing a rhodonite because it was all about love. So I was wearing the rhodonite. So different times you'll see me, I'll have them on. The original purpose for jewelry was that. That's what people wore them for. They wore crystals, the Egyptians. They wore turquoise. They wore lapis. They wore different kinds of crystals. And everybody knew that they had energy. They had properties. They draw energy to you and they give off energy. Also, they cleanse things, and depends on what kind of crystal it is. Every crystal has different things going on. I remember I said they have to be clean. This is how you clean them. Certain ones are cleaned in different ways, so you can't clean them all the same way. Certain ones you clean with just regular old water. Certain ones will not take well to water. Certain ones you can put out in the sun. Certain ones will fade if they're out in the sun. Certain ones you can put out in the moon. Almost all of them you can put out in the moon, but you got to make sure about the sun. So there are different ways of cleaning them as well. So you want to research your crystal. So let's say, for example, you have your own selenite. That was the pretty shiny one I showed you before. Let's say you have one of these. These have a tendency to dissolve a little in water. So it can destroy the stone, basically. If you drop these enough times, this one will actually break and it will shatter. If you drop it enough. So for this one, when you want to cleanse it, you generally don't cleanse it with water. You generally cleanse this one with like sage, frankincense, and myrrh, moonlight, something like that, because after you've used them for a specific purpose for a certain amount of time, it's always good to clean them. And all you have to do is just look it up in your book and it'll tell you how to clean it. So the book is really cool too, because the book tells you which one is which. And when you go to the page with it, let me show you this real quick. When you go to the page with it, there's a picture of the crystal, so you know which one it is. And then it talks all about it, and it tells you the attributes, and it gives you all this wonderful information, pages of information about the crystal. And then in the back of the book, there's all kinds of stuff back here, where to put them, where to place them. They have a ritual back here that you can use some of them for love. So yeah, this book is really good. I recommend this one heavily. Of course, I'll put it in the description for you guys. So that's basically it. Some people, like I said before, use them on their tarot cards too. Somebody had asked me before about cleansing tarot cards. Some people will take like a clear quartz crystal like this one and stick it on top of their tarot cards and let it cleanse their cards. Very easy way to cleanse. And then after you're done with it, cleanse the crystal with water. This one you can cleanse with water. Cleanse the crystal and then put it up for next time. These crystals will last you your whole life. Like ones like this one, I've dropped this 1,000 times and it hasn't broken. The selenite, if I drop it once, it's over. It's over forever. This one I have dropped, and like you can see where it's chipped at, but it didn't lose its integrity and it didn't fall apart. So it's chipped in a number of places because I've moved from country to country with this bad boy. But and I use this one a lot, but it's still going strong, So that's the deal with crystals. You get yourself a nice crystal Bible. You figure out which ones you need for which issues you're dealing with. There's a couple of rituals back here. You can just use them. You can just wear them in your bra. You can just have them around. You can get one different crystal for each chakra. For those of you who are into doing chakra work, you can get one crystal for each chakra, and you can lay flat in your bed and put a crystal on each, literally, physically, on your crown chakra, third eye, throat, you can just put one right on it. And later, and it'll align your chakras. You have so many different ways of using crystals. Crystals are amazing. So if you are into energy, or you want to get into it, or you want to learn more about it, there's a lot of information about it online. They're very, very popular. And for those of you who are into yoni eggs, the different yoni eggs are made out of crystals. So depending upon, again, what's going on with you, that's how you pick a yoni egg. So let's say that you are trying to deal with feminine issues. You're trying to get your womb to reproduce, for example. You can use a unikite egg, a rose quartz egg. There's lots of ways to work with crystals. So this is just a brief introduction for those of you who want to get more into it. See you later.